there, everybody. Welcome. It's Milk Toast Monty, and this is Monty After Dark. And we are here on a Saturday. Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Hello, Hannibal. Hey, Aurora Stashadi, Kuromi, Habibi, Sarah's Corner, V, or is it Vi? Janine, Becca Peters, Amy, Judy, Irate, Danny, Natsuki, Savitri, Purple Glitter, what's up? Runs in Circles, Janine, thank you once again for the card. Randy G, Don's Hugbox, Richard Powell, Sunshine Granny, Happy Life Charlotte, Big Mama 8U, and Polly Gone Wrong. Welcome, everybody. If you want to join the panel, join the panel. I'll put the link out once again. There's a lot to talk about. Seems Ozzy, Uzi, Uzman, and is doxxed, unfortunately, on the farms because of course, Foodie Beauty. And Foodie Beauty has not been on yet. She said that one way or another, she is gonna keep away today and tomorrow. I mean, is that even possible? Because she uses her YouTube channel as a means for attention, right? So can she keep away every time she said she is? She never does. She'll be on. Hey, Burpees Outbreak. Hey, Mary from the Six. Hey, Vanessa McCready. What's up? Hi there, Puppy Breath. Hey, Tashadi. Glow Up Catch Up. I don't think there was ever going to be a glow up. Hey, Elvira. Hey, sorry, not sorry. Lori K. and Ritz. Edna. Kidney J. Hallie. Don's Hugbox. Hello. Yeah. All right, Jackie H. How you doing? Nicole E. Welcome, everybody. So what is there to talk about? Well, October the 12th is a long ways away, but sooner or later we are going to be in October, just like how we are in August right now. Foodie Beauty streams yesterday. There's still rounds of deletions happening with Foodie Beauty in terms of speaking about Nader or myself or Gorlick Bread or Sarah Jane or munching and chatting or a plethora of people these days. She's even talking about Alexei Shook lately. So, what can I say about all of this? Delete. That's what she does. That's what she likes to do. In the last 7 days, her revenue is 490 Canadian dollars in terms of super chats and super stickers. Very far off from her heydays back in November, December, and January. Chicken Little, hi there. Patricia D, welcome. Okie Doll, hi there. Will there be repercussions from the Aussie docs? Hey, Kelly Wade. Yeah, there will be, because there are certain things, if the guy's going to school for police foundations, when they do a check and they have all these sayings about how he's a male escort, that really does affect you. Even though, escorting is legal in Canada, prostitution on the selling end is legal, there is such a thing as what's it called again? Something unbecoming of a police officer, like actions unbecoming of a police officer, kind of like that, right? You don't yeah, conduct unbecoming of a police officer is how they would word it. That type of stuff. I'm not saying that he is escorting. I'm just saying that there's a lot of talk on the farms that he is doing that. So when they see that, that can really affect his career and his life. So this is why it's very important that Foodie really stops doing this to these guys, because it's not okay. Like, this could be a guy that wasn't doing that, wasn't doing anything, minding his own business, just trying to find somebody to date and see. And then all of a sudden he's on the farms with all these people saying that he's an escort or he's a prostitute. That is not okay, especially when you're trying to be a police officer and then you have conduct unbecoming of a police officer probably written on your profile right now just because of Foodie Beauty. It's not okay. right? This is not cool. Anyways, if you want to join the panel, join the panel because this is in her hand. She knows that she can affect people, and it's just really not cool. Well, she said she would ruin that young man's life, an immigrant man as well, right, baby? She's ruining people's lives left, right, and center. She doesn't care who gets, you know, left in the dust, whose life gets ruined because of her behavior and need to make monies online. But it does have serious life consequences for people, as we're seeing as we speak. Very serious life consequences. Tishadi says she's gone for garlic bread to Alex now because GBS shut her up now because he's got bigger channels than her. Right? Exactly, Tishadi. Yeah, another person has been doxxed. Usman, 22/23-year-old, has been unfortunately doxxed, which is a life-changing event for a lot of people. Exactly, Tishadi. She doesn't give a shit. All right, let me put the join link. If you want to join, join. If you don't, it's okay. We can talk about whatever. Baby says he's around my age. The pandemic really took time from us, and things are barely starting to come back. Only for Chantel to do this to him. Exactly. Exactly. Polly says, holy crap, the lack of care of the consequences of her actions upon others. The self centeredness is strong in this one. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. There's real life, real world consequences for people just because of her. And people keep saying, stop doxing people, stop showing pictures of people, stop showing people off. All she has to do is do that. Just stop. But she never wants to stop. Right, Kinney? Exactly. She doesn't even realize the repercussions. She's so up her own ass. Exactly. Nina Moore, hi there. Elmer Fudd says she may learn her lesson the hard way in life. Real sad for that young man. Exactly. Exactly. Very sad situation. All right, let me put out this join link once again. I know it's Saturday. A lot of us are enjoying what seems to be nicer weather. Last night was raining, storming a little bit. Weather's a lot better now. We shall see how well that holds up. But yeah, did you see Nader? If you don't know, Nader decided to how can I put this? Queen Nader El Shami, our cabin channel, was yeeted yesterday, and Nader was bragging about it, bragging about his handiwork because he got Queen Nader El Shami's archiving channel terminated because, and I quote, this is from YouTube, this account has been terminated because we received multiple third party claims of copyright infringement regarding material that the user posted. So it seems he's on a roll. Hi there, Katrina. Hey there, everybody. Could you smash that like button for me? Hey there, Farida. Hey there, Reem McLaughlin. Helps me out with the algorithm, smashing that like button, because you know this does take my time up, and it is work. Okidal says she lives in her own head and does not care about anyone else. Yeah, exactly. No care whatsoever. She ever do that charity event or the GoFundMe for Vans Beezer? Nope. Did she ever send the coffee? Nope. The magnet? Nope. Anything for her past mod that OD'd, I believe? Nope. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever she has done. Happy Saturday, Granny's Den. Hey there, Moisha. Right, runs in circles, but we shall see what happens. Sometimes it takes time, and everything will come out in time. Baby says she doesn't care about the foreign men she fetishizes. They are nothing but a race slash ethnicity slash nationality to her. Exactly, especially what was sickening was her targeting of refugees. That is just so wrong because she was speaking to way too much refugees than would be, I don't know, it was just an outlier in terms of the proportion of refugees she was speaking to. It was just literally refugee after refugee after refugee, foreigner after foreigner after foreigner. People, men just landed in the country trying to look for a way to survive, and yet they meet her. Hi there, Kitty Boop. Yes, that is true to Shadi. Queen has a backup channel, Princess Nader El Shami. If you want to check that out, check that out. Hey, Beverly Jane. Exactly, baby. Very true. So yeah, hey, Andy's Nails and Tarot. Shout outs to you. She wants them to be indebted to her, yeah, in some way. All right, let me put this join button again. Hey, Tip Top, how you doing? Right. So, do you guys think she is actually gonna stay away for some time today or not? Maybe we should put this to a vote. You know what? Let me do that right now. Will Foodie Beauty be live today? Yes or no? She's probably listening right now. Hey, Foodie. Who else is listening? Hey, Nader. Hey, Didi. What happened to this guy? You mean like Uzi? He got doxxed. Hey, Tracy Smith. Happy sweltering hot Saturday. Sweetie. Hey, Ree. I mean, is it really that hot for you? I've been outside. I don't know. It's not really that hot here. Hey, Majen Raquel, what's up? I think she's with Nader right now. Who knows? You never know what's really going on. Hey, Natural Ginger, I see you. Hey, Bunny Angel. Welcome. Hi, Natural.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. So
Yeah.
she's missing, is she? She'll be in bed, sleeping. Is that right?
Something like that. Maybe she's going to be waking up any moment now. Who knows?
She'd be sleeping off her gummy hangover. Was it last night that she got wrecked and was doing all that weird laughing?
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
wasn't
She
it?
had the
Yeah.
gummies and everything. She had she couldn't get the tacos she wanted, so she decided to do Dairy Queen, and she started to go into her kitchen and eating some more that went upstairs.
Yeah, she had made that awful beef stew, didn't she? And then she started on the
Hello.
Taco Bell and everything. Hi, Farida, how are you?
I'm good. Really hot today, but I'm good.
Oh, it's dull here. It's cool. It's great.
No, it's very hot here.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's crazy. I want to just I want to ask something because I don't know how the inner workings of YouTube with channels being stricken and everything. So, can she? You know how some channels they get a strike. I remember FFG when that guy. I don't even want to mention his name. He doesn't deserve it when he did a strike on her channel. I think like it takes time or she won or something like that against him because you can basically contest it or something like that. I don't know what the right word would be for it. If somebody,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
that's the right word. Contest
Oh,
it. Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
appeal.
yeah, appeal. Thank you. I think that's what I was. I mean, because she could still do that. Doesn't just she has to prove. Uh, because I've seen this before where even for instance Amberlyn, she was a bunch of channels. She did that like she did it with Apathetic Facts and Apathetic Facts One. She appealed it and won, so she could still because I don't know what kind of channel it is. You said archiving channel, so I don't know if they just post just video compilations without any. I know there's a specific thing you have to do, right? Not for it just to be
It has to be
copyright.
transformative. Yeah,
Yes,
so
transformative.
that's
So
that's the problem with archiving channels, right? Because you are just archiving for the most part. So is it transformative? I don't really want to speak much on it because I don't really know, the situation. All I know is that that channel got terminated and Nader was on last night, claiming responsibility.
Well, it's like just saying she's sort of an archive channel
uh-huh.
type thing, isn't she? But
Yes.
she does change it a bit, doesn't she? She does edit
Yeah, she
and she
transforms it.
has
Yes.
little bits and things, and so that's why she can do it. I've never seen the Queen channel that got deleted. I don't know whether it was just straight archive of the reposting of his chat of his live. Sorry, I can't speak today. So I don't know. I mean, did you ever see it, Farida? Did you ever see that channel's work?
No, I that's why I was wondering what type of channel. But honestly, I've seen some channels that were just compilations, and I thought, for instance, with Amberlynn, I know I go back to her, but like I don't want to say the other channels that were just they were literally just compilations, and she just went out after Apathetic Facts, and I know why. It's because Apathetic Facts started having a lot of views, maybe even more than her, I think, and she was growing, and I'm saying she, I don't know if it's a she or he or whatever, but she appealed it, they won. But I've seen others, and I used to think, well, why are you not going after so and so? Like, not that I want her to go after anybody. I you know what
well,
but...
I think Nader got a bee in his bonnet. The fact I think Queen El Shami or whatever it was, the Queen channel that's been deleted, I think she was the only one. If it's a female, I'm not sure whether it is.
This probably turned him on, like, excuse me, let me barf first, but this probably really, his ego just flew through the roof. His head is not, there's not enough room for his big head now, because he probably
follow the money, though. Follow the money. He was, because we're getting some information at Graveyard Flower saying Queen's channel was not to make money or archive. It was strictly to take views away from Nala. So he's probably even struck Queen El Shami's channel, even if she probably was never even monetized. He's just done it because it's strictly follow the money. It was what he wanted. It was to take the views away from him, which I understand, but
I want to listen.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I want to take some. I know where YouTube headquarters is, just because I used to live in around that area in California, and let's all go fly there, do some signs, take the coward down. And when we say take the coward down, they're going to know immediately who we're talking about. Like, God, come on, YouTube, wake up. What's wrong with you? How do you keep his channel up, but who is sleeping there? Seriously, somebody's not doing their job right.
Well, it's bots, isn't it? And to play devil's advocate, he's not really done anything wrong on his channel, has he? Has he really?
Yeah, but all the things that we've seen from him, the things he said, the racist things against Monty, that's disgusting. Also, him talking about Gary Unfiltered. I mean, come on, the SA things that he was saying that were absolutely vile, disgusting. And then the other, the Sam's Bar Lounge channel, just depicting, like, it's right there in front of you, showing you how he is, all this stuff he's done to her. And we've even seen him slap Dee Dee. I mean, we saw, it was like, how there was like an image, somebody took a still of it right there when he went to like slap her or whatever. I know I seen that, but all the stuff that he's done, his reputation now in the community, people are reporting him. Somebody should sit down and say, let's check this out. I mean, what's going on here? Who's, I don't understand. I'm sure there's no department there for, to see what's up.
I don't think many humans actually go through the process. This is what I'm just assuming. It doesn't really matter to YouTube. All the stuff he said about Gary, yeah, but I don't think YouTube.
Well, look at what's his name? Look at Shane Dawson. I remember there was like they dug up things from years ago when, I don't know how far, don't quote me, but when he was mocking, he was also doing like being trying to do stereotypes, and also if I'm not mistaken, I think he what's her name? She's a Will Smith's daughter. She had a video, whip my hair back.
Willow.
Yeah, Willow. Thank you. I think he did something like that, because they tweeted something even after he apologized. They because I don't know if he was like mocking her video or doing a stereotype.
No, he rubbed his crotch in front of a poster of her.
Yeah, and exactly. So this is also okay. What's the difference? I mean, Nader's also mocking Gary. That is just disgusting. I don't know if it's them just not paying attention yet? He's not big enough. I mean, what are they waiting for? I don't know.
I really don't know. I mean, he's a thoroughly horrible character on YouTube and off YouTube. We can all see the type of guy he is. We all get that vibe from him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know?
Yeah.
Nobody will dispute that. But there's something on YouTube that's saying, yeah, well, we're still not going to get rid of him.
I don't know what it is, but you know what? By the way, yesterday I was laughing. You know, it's hard to make me laugh like out loud, but I was laughing reading yesterday's live stream that we did with Chantel. There were so many funny people in the chat. Like somebody, I still can't get over how funny it was. I don't know. I think you were there or you came in a little bit late. Like somebody was mentioning Nader in jail or the inmates using his teeth to get to escape. There was so many funny comebacks or comments. I just couldn't, you know, it was hilarious yesterday.
Yeah, we've got some really funny characters in chat.
Yes,
and
definitely.
We all spark off one another, don't we? One will say something, someone else will say something, someone else, and it's just great. I spend most of my time laughing here. That's why I'm here, because I find it all very, very funny. Even the dark stuff I find funny, which maybe I shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah, it's but she's you guys were saying because I came in I think like 12 minutes into the chat when Monty put the poll up about will Chantel will she go live today? Was there a reason that you guys are saying she might not? Did something happen that I missed? Because there's always something going on with her.
She says something along the lines of taking the day off, like tomorrow, which was Friday. So tomorrow as in today and Sunday. But, you know, she said that like a million times before and she's never.
Oh, really?
Well, the way to put it is like, how many days has Chantel ever taken off ever since she has live streamed? Maybe like a handful, if not, of actual days off.
Yeah, well, the days that she has taken off, it was always with Nader. That's the only time.
Exactly.
You know, that's the So, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, I need a spreadsheet because I cannot keep up with Big Turk, Little Turk, Coffee, Mr. Coffee, Mr. Espresso. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's all of these are dolls, blow up dolls in her closet, and she just pulls one out and what am I gonna call you today? You know, and some of them. When she gets one that's a real live one, she like somebody was saying, I think she purposefully does dox them because people don't believe a liar even when it's true. Unfortunately, that's the sad thing, whether her or Amberlynn, there lies so much that even when it's the truth, it's hard to believe. So she wants to go out of her way to show like, hey, look, I got a real man, you know, and she shows half of his. You guys said I can't believe how fast Kiwi Farms or whomever found him just by the bottom of his, like half of him. Wow, like that's crazy. That's scary, by the way. Like, how do you find somebody just from half of the like her showing half of him?
I don't know. I really don't know how they do it.
I mean, I know there's image search and things like that, you know, but you know, that's that's interesting.
Another thing was that he was also part of her Facebook friends list, and his name Ozzy is actually a nickname after his real name. So with all those factors, he was going to be found.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just like garlic bread. When he started giving the clues about himself, you know, I'm like, oh, yeah. So I started digging myself because you get fascinated, like, well, who are you? You're talking about, because he did a video about himself, like, you know, just because you know how she talks crap about him. And, you know, I figured out who he was. Well, not that I knew him before, but you kind of start figuring out more things online. And you're able to find people when they start giving you more clues, you know, that's different. So, but yeah, I don't know now if she, you know, by the way, the Tinder thing, people are saying she got banned from Tinder. Is that
no?
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Because somebody was, she was saying something's wrong with my Tinder, and I know, like I said, I don't I don't, I know there's always rumors, so I never believe right away, but I just heard a lot, oh, banned from Tinder. And then she said her Tinder, and I don't believe her either, but that her Tinder doesn't work. So I'm like, which is it, or what's going on?
No, I don't think she's banned from Tinder. I really don't.
Oh,
I think maybe she's just got a problem with the app. But
yeah, no, I want to just answer, is it Bebe? Garlic bread got doxxed. No, he didn't, but he gave clues about himself that, I mean, I can repeat them just because he said them, just that he had a podcast that went #1 before, and just that he had a girlfriend that worked for OnlyFans, just things like that, you could find out once you start digging. And then Kiwi Farms, I'm sure already, like, people can find that out too, because he was in the sports industry, like commentary podcasters. So yeah, it's not that difficult to kind of dig into it and look. So, but he's the one that gave that information, because Chantel's always, she's always attacking him, and it's funny because, not that I'm like defending him or I'm trying to be, he's an, intelligent, smart. He goes straight to the point, whether you like him or not. But I've never seen him call her names or go after her physically. He just talks about her, like, for instance, her driving erratically or the behavior she does. But of course, she calls that a bully. Like, just like we're ugly, fat women,
yeah.
that are, I don't know, that's her way. She just just like she goes after, for instance, Skinny Queen, or I don't know why she went after Skinny Queen to begin with. I missed that part, but she just resorts to just going low, and which, that's her. That's her, how she is.
Yeah, we are. Oh my goodness, sorry, my voice. I'm just going to mute a minute.
Oh, no
worries, Ginger. Yeah, take your time. Everybody, if you want to join the panel, I'll put the link out once again. We'll wait on at Natural Ginger. Garlic bread is very well spoken. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he is. And somebody was saying, Ivana, I think, how did someone, and no, he does have a successful podcast. He, according to him, because she's saying that, how does he join something like and end up in the foodie verse? He just said he wanted to challenge. This is just according to him. He wanted to challenge himself, and just do something different. I guess if you watch him, you'll see some of his videos. He explains more, but I don't know. Yeah, he did have he does have a I don't know if he's still doing it, the podcast, but he did have one successful. But yeah, he's never called her names, but she's like that, just like with Monty. I know she does want you. She talks like this, but she does, she wants you to make, come on, what happened with the song?
Who the hell would wanna be with that woman? She's said stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna put fake charges on you." Like, that is something you say to somebody when you're like, they never should have anything to do with you ever after that. Anybody says that, done, and over with. Only a crackhead would ever get back to her.
Was that a joke? Or because people were like, oh, some people were trying to even go after you, like, oh, she was joking, or
that is not a joke.
Yeah, I didn't see that part, but I was on, is it Barbecue Chickens, in the commentary section, because she had she was, like, I guess, clarifying it and saying, like, oh, well, she didn't, I guess she edited something to showing Chantel saying that, what you just said, and then she said, oh, it's my fault, I didn't show the full, I guess that she's something about her being joking. I like I said, I didn't watch it, but people were like just commenting. Some people, what I don't like is how some people come into a chat and are nice to Monty or whatnot, and then they go other places and start talking crap. I mean, but I guess this is YouTube. This is what people do, but it really bothers me, because I'm like, because I'm always like, wait, you look familiar. Were you in Monty's chat? You're talking crap or something like that. But
it's like very two-faced behavior.
Yes,
But
I
what?
don't. I hate that.
Let me put an analogy to people. Trigger warning, I guess. But let's say you see somebody running down the street. They have one pair of shoes on, and they're screaming at you for help. They're like, "Help me! Help me! Help me! This guy's after me! Help me!" They run by you, and then you see a guy running after that woman down the street, and he's saying things. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna unalive you. He steps at you, he looks you in the eye, and he's like, just kidding, man. And then he starts running after her again. You think that's okay because he just says just kidding?
Yeah.
Or if she says, "Oh, he's trying to unalive me," and he goes not when he's looking at you, you think that's okay then because what he should just continue running after her?
Yeah, that's the thing with Foodie, by the way. She does a lot of this. Like, you ever notice she always does a lot of these she says these crazy things, and then just kidding. She always says just kidding. Like, she thinks because she said the word just kidding, like, that it's supposed to go away, or it's supposed to be like not really, she does that a lot.
That's always a benchmark to find out whether she's actually speaking the truth or not trying to lie, because she'll go, "Oh, I'm feeling really ugly today. Just kidding." And she probably is feeling really shit about herself. She says that millions of times. It's really funny when she does it.
I noticed with that, it seemed to happen. Hi guys, by the way.
Hi.
If I sound weird, I'm on the mend, but I'm still kind of sick. So if I sound weird,
you still ill? You still poorly? Have you been looking after yourself?
Yes, I've been trying, but I work with the public, and it's just been spreading around in my area again. This is a normal cold, but it's just like it's bad where I'm at. But anyways, I think the just kidding thing. Do y'all remember her saying that anytime pre Nader? Because it kind of seemed like I seem to notice it like after Nader, but maybe I just notice it more because I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
No, she always said it before too. I remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she probably did. Probably didn't say it as much because she was always eating, wasn't she? Mind you, she just talked with a mouthful. But hello, Faye. Hi.
And hey, everyone, saying hi to me. You're so nice. So, is there any new news?
Faye's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
Any new news going on?
So
news in terms of what exactly?
Well, I've been on a whole other rabbit hole of letters to TLC. So I've been on do you know the channel Original Owl? She's really good.
No, I've never.
She's really good. She's been on YouTube a long time. Her channel was inactive for a little bit because she had a run-in with truthfully Trisha, but she was okay. She won her thing, but she kind of took a hiatus and she came back. And she's been doing a lot of her name's Love Letters to TLC, and she's a whole other like cow.
I'm very aware of Love Letters to TLC, but yeah, the whole offing yourself thing from like 2 weeks ago or so really wasn't something I was trying to get into.
That's okay. I won't talk about her content matter.
Yeah, the only other thing I can say is that Jessica Messica is still around. There was further doxing. It seems she has multiple open cases. I haven't, really figured out what those cases are, but it's on there on the farms, multiple cases going on, and I think that she should focus more on her personal issues rather than on YouTube, especially when the housing committee is trying to push you out of your housing. So that's another thing.
Oh dear!
Oh wow!
Oh dear!
Is that what, Monty? I think you said that you were going to say something yesterday, but I don't know if we got to it. I don't know if that's what it was about Jessica Messica, and I don't know if that's what it was about her.
Well, she did say that her life was a messy, previously, but the type of stuff that has been shown, yeah, I think she should deal with her stuff because it's all out there right now, and there's a lot of stuff being shown about her versus people with the same last name, her versus what seems to be her ex.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases where she's self-representing herself on many of them, so she needs to deal with her matters rather than messing about with people on YouTube.
See, that's the thing, and it's not being judgmental. I mean, this is facts. If you're messing with somebody like Nader and you're sending him explicit nudes and just videos and all kinds of crazy things, it shows me who you are. I mean, nobody, like I was saying before, if you are mentally stable, I'm sorry, if you are mentally stable and confident woman, that's okay. That nobody would be doing that. A normal woman that has it together, that is you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't be doing that, especially with somebody like Nader. I mean, it's one thing you're in a relationship, you're solid, whatever, you send each other news. I don't care. Like I said, do whatever you want. It's a free, country. But to send somebody like Nader, when you know the type of person he is, everybody on the internet knows what Nader is. Dee knows what Nader is, but they still choose to be a part of that. And these women that involve themselves, they're not, they're not okay in my book. They're not.
Yeah, she tried to backpedal and act like, oh, I just found out. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You knew. And I did. I talked about it, and I was literally like, you could have literally just gone on Tinder and hoed around on there like anyone else. Nobody would care. It's the fact that it's Nader. And now she's flipping out about me. So if you hear any crap, whatever, it doesn't matter. She got annoyed because I literally just said what it was. I didn't say anything nobody else said, but she is a hate boner for me now. But it's fine. I mean, yeah, she can focus on her stuff.
Yeah, she knew, like you said, she knew. The first thing I know that Foodie is a known liar, but we all knew FFG has also a following and people, and she knew of him before. If everybody knows, remember, like she knew about him. She tried to warn her. She said from the first day how when she met him, he had Coca-Cola. Then the math was happening. She was saying all this stuff, and these women were tuning in. Jessica, Messica, whomever. They all these videos are out there. Everybody already knew. People were warning her. Get away from him. She was, from the first day, if you remember, from the first day when she went out with him, she said that he was controlling guy. She said that how he was like, get in, he was just very controlling. I would have run
too.
I would have run for the hills. So these women, they knew this stuff, and you could tell that this guy is a vindictive piece of garbage. I could say more. I don't know how much I could say on YouTube, words, but they knew this stuff. I'm sorry. You would not get yourself. There's so many other guys out there that you can. Why do you have to go to somebody? He's not even attractive. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
She made him out to be like,
he's ugly.
He is,
I mean, I know.
And if you're gonna be that ugly, you might as well be a sweetheart. You know what I mean? Like, he's got nothing good going for him. Not one thing. He doesn't have a good personality. He doesn't have a good nothing. He's not a smooth talker. Doesn't even have a good sense of humor. I mean, him saying, "Oh, you have 6 boobs," that's supposed to be humor. Come on now.
Yeah. Like, he's an arsehole. He's not even a rich arsehole.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Driving around in a Mercedes or something, picking up.
Yeah.
And his chick doesn't have a chick magnet, does he? It's oh my god. And his head's really squashed. It's like his head's really pressed in at the ears.
Weight. He's lost weight even still.
Oh, when
he looks sick.
Oh, when he dances, I'm like, please stop. It's worse than Roman humping that chair.
It's like a little noodle dancing around.
Oh God. Yeah, it all goes back to, like, I wish women would be. I know we have insecurities. I get it. I mean, we wake up, oh, today my hair, oh, I have a whatever belly today or whatever pouch. I have this, oh, my hips, but it's funny. I know a lot of men, I've said, I don't notice what you notice. They don't notice the stuff that how we're like, oh, look at my arm. It feels a little, oh, I don't like my arms. I like hiding them because I feel like this, or they don't notice that. And when a woman, you could be the most beautiful woman on earth. I think we were talking about this yesterday. I think Natural Ginger, you were even saying or Eerie Pepperoni. I think she was saying that it's that fades away. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are.
Mm-hmm.
It fades away when you're with somebody. If you marry somebody that's the most gorgeous man alive, but then he is an absolute horrible person, you stop seeing the outsides. You just start looking at him from inside out, and you don't care. You hate his guts if he was a horrible person. I wish women would feel, you are worth it. You don't need anybody like that. Like Dee knew. It's funny, like she knew fully what I mean, she was talking on the phone, obviously being recorded, saying, oh, he's controlling, he's this, he's that. It's not like she's admitting it. She's admitting all that. She can't get it. Was she gonna say, I wonder if she already said that it was fake? Or is that also fake, that recording of
They've
her
been saying that.
Like, I wonder what happened. Do you think she got in trouble? This is what I thought first thing was, oh, I wonder if she got in trouble with Nader once he heard her say all that about him to whomever was on the other end of the line.
Probably. I mean, he probably listens to everything. Well, I don't know about a phone call, but men like this, they look all through your phone. They look all through every little thing you do. Who'd you call? Why'd you call them? What you talk to? What are you talking about? I mean, there's no doubt that there was some repercussion. Even if you didn't know what she said, he'll pry it out of her, and he will also, if he sees the phone call is long, abusive people like this, they'll literally, if they see you talking for any amount of time, like that phone call wasn't short, so he knows there was talk going on, so he is going to pry out of her, and because she's at such a low point, she will give in and tell him everything. Another thing I wanted to say, kind of, is your name Frida?
Yeah, Farida, yeah.
Farida? Okay, so basically, kind of piggybacking off what you said too, I just stopped telling guys the flaws I noticed, because like you said, they don't notice it, and really all it's going to do is tell them you're insecure. Now, if you're with a nice, good guy, that's not going to be a problem necessarily. He's going to want to uplift you, but the problem is if it can also attract bad men, because if you open up too soon in that way, like once you vet someone and you're with them, okay, whatever, you can be vulnerable, but if you do it too soon, and you're with a guy that's like, obviously a lot of times they'll be nicer in the beginning. Nader wasn't, but usually they'll be nicer. But if you tell them all your everything too soon, you might attract people like that prey on it. Not saying never to be vulnerable, but just keep a lookout and vet people for a little bit.
You should point out your good bits. Say, look at this, isn't it great? And so they can only, and then they'll probably turn it round and say,
yeah. And I'm telling you,
you think it's really, oh, look how great you think you are. You're always saying how great you are. So you can never win really with some.
Well, I don't know. I think some guys see, like, I think good, like a healthy person is going to see it as appealing. Not like if you have an ego, but if you have a level of self-assuredness, like it's an attractive thing, if it's obviously not like an ego, that's just like a little bit.
Have you ever noticed or ever experienced this? A guy has really liked you because of your personality, your quirks, your looks, the way you dress, the jokes you tell, your conversational skills, whatever. They like that. And then you get with them and you're in a relationship and they start complaining about those things that attracted them in the first place because they find them threatening as well. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't it weird?
Multiple
because
times.
I thought I was going crazy. And I just turned around one day. This is a long time ago now, when I was younger and a bit more vulnerable. Well, hang on a minute. You like me dressing like this. You like me being funny. You like me being funnier than you. Maybe. But now you're saying, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't really do that, or I'm not happy when you do that. And these are the reasons why you like me in the first place. And it took me a long time to work that out. And then I thought, Christ almighty, there really is some people will do that to you. That was a big lesson for me.
I think it's insecurity. It's insecurity, especially a lot of men. It's true. A lot of men are insecure because especially when you have a strong woman that is self-assured, independent, made self-made before, without them. And when she and him get together, I guess those fears start coming up because, oh my God, sometimes they're afraid maybe you're going to leave them, or somebody else will, or jealousy, somebody else might, you might go to, attract your, whatever it is he liked about you, somebody else might get attracted to that, or you know what I mean? Like you're just it's in his insecurity that is kind of like just because it's all, you're already made before getting with him, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you're good without him. And that's what a woman should be. You should be okay with yourself, because I keep saying this, a man is not going to complete you. If is not going to make your life, if you're not okay with yourself and you have mental issues, Chantel, speaking to you, a man is not going to complete you. He's not, and if you, just by converting to his religion, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to solve. You need extensive therapy. Your therapist needs a therapist, Chantel. You need to get two therapists.
She needs a whole team.
She needs a whole team. She needs to call her therapist and then have that therapist call her therapist, because she needs a lot of work. She does.
She's never going to go through therapy. She might go to a therapist, and then she might go to another one and a different one and a different one.
And but stop saying people are attacking you. We're not attacking you because of your looks. That it starts because you are not a nice person. Like today, I saw a clip very quickly. I didn't get a chance. I don't watch her because I'll it's boring. I can't. I don't watch her anyways. I follow 3 reaction channels. But she was talking about so she was attacking somebody. I guess they had supposedly attacked her about her mothering. I don't know if you guys know this, where she was the video was called "Chantel admitted to having an abortion," and was like something like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. She was like, "Yeah, and I had an abortion." So, or then she was just talking about somebody being a bad mother, or you shouldn't be a mother, or something about, I don't know if you guys saw that video. It was just today that I seen it, like just literally an hour or so ago.
I haven't seen that one, but I've seen similar rages about that, because the thing is with Chantal, everything repeats. So I haven't seen the video today, but I've heard within a stream that conversation and a rage attached. So it sounds familiar, even though I never saw this one.
And she goes, it's funny, you can't say anything about her, but she constantly goes below the belt. Like she, I remember before even Nader, do you remember when, I didn't watch her then, but somebody pulled up like an old clip of her. She threatened a lady with CPS. I don't know if you in Canada it's called also CPS, Child Protective Services, because the mother supposedly did something to her or said something about her, or
it was her. Kathy was saying something about BB and his immigration status. So she decided to get back at Kathy, one of her good friends, from Cornwall, and say that she was calling
a real
CPS.
life friend, wasn't she, Monty?
Yeah, she was.
Well, I wonder how that happened as well, because that woman did mention kind of like something about BB's immigration, and so Chantel did the thing, but I'm wondering what happened before that, because they were already not cool before that, obviously, for that argument to even start. So I'm curious, like, exactly what happened.
Well, Chantel's a shit friend, isn't she?
Oh yeah, I guess. I guess, yeah. I mean, she's treated all her friends like crap, and I just, even Pete sticks around, but the rest of them are no more, really.
Yeah.
Like they can't handle it anymore.
She treated Pete really bad. What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I was just saying. Richard Powell said it's not right to go after someone's kid. 1,000% agree. That's so low of her to do. It's very.
But no matter an argument amongst adults, you don't call CPS with kids. Like, no, especially over the internet. Well, I guess they knew each other in person, but you know what I'm saying. It's
for revenge,
no-go anyways. Yeah, for revenge.
Petty revenge, which you could have just solved by probably picking up the phone and having a conversation with your friend, going, "Look, my boyfriend isn't after a green card or whatever. He's already got one. He's been here years before he met me," and squash the beef. in a mature way. But you know, Chantel, she's like a bull in a china shop. And
but the thing is, you know how you argue with your friends. We all have fights with our friends. You get upset, right? You don't go that low. I would never want to be her friend. Like Shannon, for instance, Shannon, when she had to fall out with Shannon, she straight away went to talk about Shannon doing cola in front of her kids, and the kids, I remember Shannon saying the kids were crying, and how dare you even involve the kids when you know you already knew the kids. At least if I had a fallout with my friend, I've had fallout with friends that I could have buried them. I mean, there was so, horrible things. That's why I had a fallout because of bad things that they did. But I would never, ever do something like that. I just quietly leave, and I don't, I just don't call anymore. I just, if I will tell them nicely what's going on. But I just, you don't do that. You don't involve kids. When she supposedly said that her kids loved, Shannon's kids loved Chantel. But anytime, just like with Monty, she will go to the worst thing she could do. It's like the racist route, or she will find the worst, most ugly, vile thing to do. She doesn't fight fair. Instead of just like, fighting back, whatever, arguing fairly. No, she has to go attack you in the most vile, disgusting manner.
There's no fair argument. She couldn't do it. Like you can. I have squashed a little bit of tiny beef. It was a little beef sausage of beef with a friend because they thought whatever. And I actually says, look, I am not upset with you. I still love you as a friend. I just don't like what you did. That's the problem. And it was all sorted out. And later on, she said to me, I really respected you for doing that. And that's what Chantel should have got from her friends. Oh, I'm not going to lecture her what she should have with her friends. I don't know the dynamic. But it's give and take. Just because your friend fucks up, you don't start talking shit about them all the time.
Well, remember, she brought up Shannon Stevie as well, even still in front of everyone. Like, no matter what people feel of what Shannon did, okay, people can have, their own way to look at it because it's very split, and I understand both sides. But regardless of that, I would never say that about a friend, even if they did something like that to me. Like, I would log off personally, of course. Like, I would need time, but she just said it out to everyone about her. I think this is even before she brought up the cola, because or in the same, it's in the timeline anyways, when Shannon was coming in her chats, and when Shannon was basically exposing Nader in Chantel's chat. Shannon claimed that she tried talking to Chantel in private. She wouldn't answer. I mean, whether we believe that or not, whatever. I mean, she probably did, though, because Chantel treats all her friends like that, where she discards them, she avoids them. She even says, I mean, we even see how she avoided her family after everything she has done to her family when they invited her to that tulip thing. I don't think her family has, and this is kind of a split, which is fine as well, but, some people think her family's kind of given up or whatever, but she still will get invited to things. So now and then they do try to reach out again, and she bats it away, and then she wants to claim she's sober when allegedly her behavior is addict behavior, and she knows what she's doing is wrong.
Chantel's the friend that as soon as she gets a new boyfriend, you're dumped. You never see them. They never phone. They're always with the guy. I think that's what happened with Shannon. And especially if the friend turns around and goes, look, this new guy that you're knocking about with, they're a total loser. No, they're not. They're great. They really give me massive orgasms and like my hair. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. She's hanging on to the wrong things like she did with Nader. Yeah, he punches me a bit, but it just means he's jealous and all that crap.
Oh, my God.
That's what she...
she does talk like that, though. It's crazy.
She is, yeah. She is. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just going to mute.
Yeah, she even remember the reason also she's not a good friend. She said herself, like, she kind of disappears, and also Shannon said when Shannon needed her the most, when she was going through really bad relationships, she wasn't even there. She was ghosting her or something like that. She didn't even, she cannot handle very heavy things. She barely can handle her own life. So let alone somebody else's problems. I mean, she's very selfish. It's all about her, and Pete's is Pete's. I mean, he just sits in his room and Pete's get me, what I can't imitate her, right? Pete's get the door.
Remember with Timbit, I mean, we saw firsthand how she did that to Pete when he needed her and he doesn't ask for it.
Exactly. Good point. Yeah.
She ditched him when Timbit passed over and over as well, going to the trap. That's it.
Yeah,
she said, "What do you expect me to do? Be there while he's sleeping?" Yeah, you are. Your best friend is going through that. Yes, you stay there when they're sleeping.
Yeah, and that's a massive red flag,
and then be there in the morning for them.
That's right. A massive red flag is when your long-standing friend, whether it be man, woman, or beast, needs you because they're suffering about something. It shows that you're a good partner to have if you're willing to say, look, I can't see you tonight. I love you, but I can't see you tonight because I've got this to deal with. A real man, Nader, a real man would go, oh, go ahead, sweetheart. You do that. I'll see you later or in a couple of days. Not go, you can't go. You've got to stay here with me. I'm going to finish with you if you step one foot over the door jam, Yeah, that's great. That's a massive red flag.
I would say that's, for me, that's a deal breaker. I don't deal with crap like that. Like, that is like the most immature crap. And if you are like, she's in her late 30s, I'm even in my early 30s, and I'm over that kind of crap. It's stupid. It's immature. You want someone that's going to be there for you and supportive. And in life, you're going to go through so many changes and need an understanding person. If somebody's going to stop you from being there for someone else, that's controlling and creepy behavior. It doesn't matter if they act like, oh, they're lonely and da. No, that's weird. They can handle not seeing you for that day. They can handle that. And if they can't, then I would suggest to end it then, because it's only going to get creepier from there. If they're already doing things like that and you're not even, he didn't even claim her and he's doing things like that, goodbye. That's creepy. Like,
you guys, oranges, I was laughing out loud. He said that I don't remember this. Oranges said, I had to laugh when Foodie said that Nader would get mad at her for looking back at him when they were doing it. I didn't know
she that. Did say what? That. She did say that. Yeah, he was like,
God,
what are you looking at me
head. Oh God, I want to get that image out of my head now.
You should have given her a paper bag and put it on her head, Nader. And then put one on your own as well, in case it fell off.
That is the biggest red flag right there. Like, he's so mad when you're looking back.
He didn't even want to see her.
I can't read. I missed when she said that. Yeah,
I missed that too.
I just happened to have heard it. I was trying to catch up, and I just randomly, it was crazy because I hadn't even watched anything. It's actually been great because I went on that other rabbit hole, and then I started watching some other stuff, and so I was catching up later, and and I happened to catch, I don't even remember the live stream it was, but I happened to catch that one, and I laughed so hard. It started making me cough because I was laughing so hard.
I missed that one. I didn't know the oranges.
I just want to say, Heavyweight, I'm so sorry for your loss. I was just looking at the, sorry about your mom. Or not your loss. I'm so sorry. I just meant not for your, I apologize. I misspoke. I'm so sorry for your mom. Think what my
prayers goes out to Heavyweight's mom. She's dealing with something at the moment, so prayers, positive vibe and thoughts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My apologies. I said it wrong.
That's okay. No, you read things wrong.
Yeah, I feel horrible.
Oh, Heavyweight. Kisses from England, because I'm in England at the moment, not Scotland.
Do people think you're in Scotland, Ginger?
Hmm?
Do some people think you're Scottish, girl?
Well, I live in Scotland, but I'm staying at my
Oh.
mum's house right now. Yeah. Did you
Oh,
not know
okay.
that? Yeah, I live in Edinburgh, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm at my
Cool.
mum's house at the moment. Yeah.
I
I'm
must
not
have
sure.
missed it. I think I heard the word Edinburgh before, but I didn't really know where that was, if it's in England or up there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Natural Ginger, have you ever seen anybody with like a Glasgow smile?
Yes.
Multiple times? Multiple people?
Just a few times, but I've not seen them in Glasgow with a Glasgow smile. I've seen them in Clackmannanshire, actually, which is sort of north middle of Scotland.
Is
What
that
is
like a
that?
rough area?
It was a rough area, yeah. It was a very rough village.
What's that?
Glasgow smile, it's when somebody's cut in the mouth, makes the mouth wider.
Oh.
I know. I was like, what?
By accident, I hope. Oh my God.
No.
Oh Lord. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. It's
Unfortunate.
it's big scars up either side of their mouth. Imagine just a huge mouth.
Yeah,
Wow.
like Joker kinda.
Artificially made. Yeah, I
Well,
suppose so. Yeah.
Is it like a gang thing or a prison thing or
I just think it's somebody's got themselves in a real pickle. That's all I can
uh-huh.
say.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
and
You know, I mean, everywhere's got their things. I mean, around here, if you see all, you know, there's a lot of gang tattoos, and there's one that looks really unsuspecting because it's just the red lips on the. A lot of Hispanic dudes will get red lips on them, and sometimes it's not the gang. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's my girlfriend's lips, but sometimes it is the gang. So they just, anyways, something I learned.
Like the teardrop tattoo.
Yeah. There's a lot
Wait a
of different
second.
stuff.
What's the red lips for?
It's just I don't know which gangs, but it can be a prison thing with gangs. I'm not sure what it symbolizes, but a lot of times they'll get like their girlfriend's red lips, but it's supposed to be gang related. But anyways, there's a lot of gang tattoos. So I just see them sometimes. Never mind. Oh my God.
So, Monty, have you ever seen one? Have you ever seen one?
I mean, if you hang out in tattoo shops, you may see a lot of that. I'm just gonna say, if you live in an area with a lot of if you live in an area that's near the border and you see a lot of tattoo shops, there's gonna be a lot of ex-cons that work there. They're nice, they'll treat you nice, they'll tattoo you, but you get to hear cool stories. That's all. I don't run around with that. Sorry to interrupt, Ginger. Just wanted the chat was never mind.
Have you seen one, Monty?
The red lips on the neck?
No, the smile. Glasgow.
No, I've never seen one in person, but remember I told you my ex was like, you better take off that Freemason ring, because if they ever catch you in Edinburgh or Glasgow, half the people are gonna respect you, the other half's gonna F you up, might give you a Glasgow smile, and then she's like, that's not gonna be bra.
It's not gonna be. No, it's not bra at all.
By the way, the red lips thing, I'm pretty sure it's like long incarceration or the kiss of death. Because I remember, because I lived in Fresno, California. They also had a lot of it's also like a heavily a lot of Hispanic.
I'm in Texas, so you see a lot.
So it was a lot of that culture, and I learned a lot of things there.
I mean, I'm not trying to associate, I'm just saying there's a lot of. It's just you learn that kind of thing. I had no idea about it.
If you're in jail for a long time, or something like that, it's like either kiss of death, or if you have a long jail time or whatever it is, something like that. I don't know. Also, someone asked why I was laughing. Sometimes I laugh at like bad times. It doesn't mean I'm always like laughing like it's funny. Sometimes I laugh as like, I don't know, something stupid. So I just saw like a vomit face next to Fresno. You don't like Fresno? What's wrong with Fresno? I did watch your video, Monty, about Nader's court. So do you think
So did they move the court date? Because I heard you said he had a warrant. So is that going on right now that is a warrant, or?
Well, he's saying he doesn't have one. The possibility is he could still have one, but it's just a different type. So warrant people, a lot of people don't have the understanding that there's different types of warrants. Just because there's a warrant doesn't mean that it is a stand-in one, like an active one. It could be a bench. It could be a surety warrant. It could be a bench warrant where it's like it's removed whenever you show up for your next court date. There's so many things out there in terms of warrants that people don't know about, but yet there was just a lot of talks. I wanted to clarify things. The next court date is October the 12th.
Okay.
And I've already been warned. Hey, Didi told me don't
he
show
trying
up.
to say you weren't there? I'm so sorry.
Didi said don't show up.
Yeah, don't show up.
Was he saying that, hey Monty, because I wasn't gonna tune in to see his did he try to say, because you know how they went after Monty, like, don't say anything you don't know. Did they try to say that you weren't there, or just that you were wrong? And of course, because I'm sure they loved it.
Well, at first they said I wasn't there, but then I showed that I parked at the Congress parking. I think it was Palais de Congrès or something like that. So it is literally right next door, and it shows the time that I arrived at like 8:44 a.m.
Do you
I got
speak
in,
a little French?
no metal detectors. There were other people there from the community that told me they were going to be there. I don't like telling people's names.
Yeah.
So if they reveal themselves, they reveal themselves. But there were multiple people there, including myself, and we all are confirming, if they want to, that it did say that he had a warrant. And then from that, anything could happen after we left, because this was just before 12. So we left, like anything could happen with his lawyer, if he does have a lawyer or still has a lawyer. Or it could really, it could have easily been rescinded right after.
Exactly.
Or it could still be on there and he's just saying things.
So why did Nader say you weren't there? He wasn't there. How did he know whether you were there or not?
Right, exactly.
Flipping
Egypt. By the way, you know this, he thinks, the thing is he thinks that now he's like this untouchable guy, just because you know how nothing happened to him, and we know that, you know how I believe Monty was saying this, how the judge could stop the, you know how Foodie said one time that he told her, like something about how he just extends it, or you know, the courts, they keep kind of delaying until Monty, right? You said this about the judge can just say, okay, that's enough. Like they could just stop it, because some lawyers try to just extend it, or
typically that's the case. Yeah, you keep coming back to prolong it, and you know he has various effects on the case.
But he thinks but the thing, he's so smug, because he thinks, you know, because we all know him, he's so just a narcissist, egomaniac, and he thinks probably like, oh, look at me, nothing happened, and Monty was wrong, and you know, and I don't like how other people jumped on that.
Yeah,
you know,
what an idiot he is. Look, Nader, you've had charges against you. Somebody, I don't know who, has brought a case against you. And there is a court date. You are going to court at some point over the matter that you've been called to court with. And none amount of posturing and belly aching and throwing your arms around like a mad lunatic is going to say otherwise. Just because you say something doesn't make it true.
Yeah, even May did I don't know if you guys saw her latest.
I didn't see her latest one.
Yeah,
I should really watch it.
She did just explaining that, you know, she wasn't there, but that he didn't show, and she was saying that Nader she knows what he's doing, that he just wants to, they do this, reason they delay and prolong because something about the evidence just gets God, I forgot the wording. I don't want to quote her wrong, but it was just like another reason. It was something to do with the evidence. And another reason is just to kind of have the victim say, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm, you know, like, And she said, I'm going to still be here. I don't care how long. You're not going to scare me away. You know, so if you see it, it's not a very long video, but she just said that he wasn't there and they postponed it to. And I think she mentioned the other person too was, if I'm not mistaken, that the other, you know how he has another case, I believe.
I heard there was something like that, but I didn't really want to say because I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, allegedly there's a second case. I didn't see anything on his docket, but that doesn't mean that there isn't, because first the prosecutor would have to either go ahead with the case, gauge the strength of the matter, and then after they decide, then they will go ahead with the charges. So that, just because I don't see it doesn't mean that there isn't anything going on, and they have until October, right? So at any moment something else could or couldn't be added to his dossier. So we'll see in time. Like I've said, people are going to say whatever now, but just wait until later this month or September, October, and it'll all come out.
Slowly catchy monkey.
Things
That's
like
what
this
we
take
do.
time. They take time in court
cases.
cases.
And I don't know anything about the legal process in Canada, so we'll see. But Nader, he believes his own bullshit, so let him believe his own bullshit. He can say whatever he wants, so can we. So
see, I wonder if, with him, I wonder if like his whole life he was just taught he's the best thing in the world, or if it's the opposite. Like I think with him it's one extreme or the next. Like I could see either scenario, whether he grew up a really bad way or that he grew up like just getting pumped up his whole life that has made him think he's the best ever. And I don't know. I could see him being a spoiled brat. And I could see, like, well, also being like the F up of the family, but a spoiled brat kind of thing. Or I could see him being like just kind of, in a bad way his whole life.
Like
and he takes it out on everybody. Huh?
Troll Detective calls him a runt. I love that word. It really, because he's like the crappy bit. He's like the rest of his family are like probably good people, and he's just like the runt of the litter. That's a bit weird. A bit of a funkle baby.
He's a funkle too. They're both funkles. Yeah. Oh yeah. What made me want to come on here was that when you guys were talking about her Tinder, I was like, she probably just funkled her password and can't remember how to get it, so she told everyone it's Tinder, kicked her off.
Yeah, it will just be a technical disability on Chantal's end. But I don't know. I mean, she'll say anything, won't she? Well, she'll just say anything. She doesn't usually have a reason to say it. It just comes out of her mouth.
So now she's seen what, Big Turk or whatever, and like
no, Big Turk's been kicked into the long grass.
Oh, okay, he's gone now. Oh my god.
Oh, she did say last night it's not him anyway, and then about 20 minutes later she goes, he's really good looking. You might not think he's good looking, but I think he's good looking. Chantal, you're so stupid. You're saying that it wasn't him. Of course it was him, and he's better looking than Nader, but girl, he ain't shit, man. He ain't shit.
Here's the thing, she's paying for things, and are there actual bodies sitting next to her? Sure, but she's paying for it. And keep in mind, guys, that just because you pay for someone to be on a video doesn't necessarily mean that they did the ting-tings, that you paid for all that. She could literally be hiring escorts to just be company, to just help her with that. You don't always have to, like, there are people that hire somebody and it's for like an event and they don't even, it really depends, but I'm just saying, like, really, she could literally be hiring a guy just to be in her video. And he goes,
I hope she is getting pieces of ass.
You do?
On the regular, all these different gentleman calls, because if she is, she's right royally fucking every one of them up. Or fucking it up. Because and none of these experiences, although last night she was saying that the better sex than she's had recently than she had with Nader because he was crap in bed. You could see she's going, and I've been having so much better sex since I've been away from you. Oh, it was like, oh, Chantel, you're making me cringe now. Stop it, because I think she may have had an experience with big Turk, little Turk, minute Egyptian, whatever. I don't know, but I don't think they're fulfilling.
Yeah.
Intercourse. I don't think it's fulfilling intercourse that she's having. And
Well,
they're certainly not coming back for more, are they?
No, and she's got the obsession thing. That's the thing. If somebody's obsessed like that, it doesn't matter. She kept saying, "Oh, I'll get over you by getting under someone else." No, because she is a stalker, and stalkers, it's not just about the act. Stalkers will attach to someone. They will literally, most of the time, by the time someone knows they have a stalker, they've already been watching you from afar and like fantasizing about what life they think they want with you. It's crazy. And so, yeah, she can act like she's done this and done that, but at the end of the day, she was still watching Nader at like whatever AM at night. Like, if you were over him, you wouldn't be wigging out about him and Dee anymore. You would not be doing all of this. You wouldn't have to brag all the time about this and that. I mean, yeah, she loves to run her mouth, so of course she would say something, but she goes into such detail to try and get him jealous, even though it's never worked. Within over a year, how long has it been? It's been, what, a year and a half or something? Like, how long has it even been anymore? I don't even know. Like, it's been too long.
I think, I don't know. It's just been going. It's been going on and on and on and on.
I think also the fact that she can't have him, and we've talked about it before, but I do think that's a big factor. It's like Chantel always wants what she can't have. She always wants what is unattainable, or, she doesn't seek things within. She likes fantasy, basically, and we see it with her delusions in her all through her life. So of course it's going to reply in the romance factor, or in love. I use this very loosely because we all know romance, but that category of her life anyways. The delusion is going to be there as well. And she also, with Dee taking him in her mind anyways, she even says, like, she took my guy, I want to win, and like she's so focused on it, she's obsessed about it, and she won't let it go.
She is, yeah, she is. Do you think if Nader rang her up one night, went, "Look, Chantel, I think we should give it another go," she would think about it? Do you think she would do it?
Oh, for sure.
Or how do you think she would lay it out to the VIBs? Or do you think she'd try and sneak around and pretend that she's not seeing them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She'd sneak around. She'd act like she's going on other dates. We would find out like it's been, but she would probably try a little harder than in the past. But I think she would sneak around even still. I do think she would go for it, though, because like I said, if she was over him, she wouldn't be watching him. All of us are more mature when it comes to dating than she is. Okay. I know we're all different ages, different people, but I assure you, we are all more experienced than Chantel. Okay. So any of us that have gone through, getting over somebody, even if you fall for the wrong person, when you're over them, you're apathetic. Like you might have thoughts about what you went through, but you're apathetic to them. You're not going to be like, she's watching him any chance she gets. Even when she was keying in her keyboard, anytime we've seen her, we don't see it all the time, but the few times we've seen her keying into YouTube on her computer, like his stuff was right there. Like she watches him all she can.
Did you see his reflection in sunglasses?
Yes. They posted it in my Discord and I was like, I knew it. I knew she was watching all she can.
That was a good cat. Oh gosh, that is so funny. She's oh my goodness.
Here's something too that got me to realize just the level of insane, okay? Because when she said, I want to buy a wedding dress and sit in my room and fantasize about marrying Nader. When she said that, and that was already post Dee, okay? She said that post Dee, post the Mace situation, post all of this stuff. And she said that. She said it on panel with like that Ratchet panel, whatever. I won't talk about it here, but you know, she was on panel with people and she said that. And even they were like, whoa. But that speaks to the level of deranged we're working with here. The fact she would want to spend money on a wedding dress to sit in her room and fantasize about something that she knows isn't going to be. But she looked dreamy when she was saying it too. She was on camera. She looked dreamy, like, I'm going to get a wedding dress. I'm like, oh my God, girl, what is wrong with you? That's scary. That's scary right there. They're lucky she's such a funkle, because if she was more high functioning, they would be done. Like there'd be some. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I do. There could be something more serious. Because if she was more mobile and more able and
exactly,
more
determined,
stable with her thinking, if you see what I mean. If she was unstable thinking, but she could get a plan together. Now she can't find her ass with both hands.
Right. Yeah. But imagine if she could, though. That'd be a scary sight. Can you imagine Chantal with the knife? Like, we were always talking about Nader with stabbing. But I mean, can you imagine her being the one? But she wouldn't. But anyways, I don't know.
Probably hold the wrong end of the knife and cut her hands open.
I would see her. Well, I would also see her going for Dee and not Nader, of course. But yeah, it's so.
Well, she's got a massive hate boner, hasn't she, for Dee?
Well, I mean, of course,
all day, every day. But she was right last night about what she did say about Dee. She said to Dee, "You want me to shut up about me to shut up talking about you, but I don't have to, and I'm not afraid of you." And she's right. She doesn't have to stop talking about Dee. Dee said she's going to go to the police about Chantal. She's not.
No, she's not. I don't think so.
Even if she got some sort of a piece of paper, like I can't think of the word now.
Restraining order, protective
That's
order.
The one. Chantal would probably shit on it and then eat it. She wouldn't.
She said
have
that
any respect for the authority, would she?
Chantal said she just tear it right up. And you know, it's funny. Nader said something similar, where a piece of paper won't keep me from you. So both of them, and guess what? That is a personality disorder type of thing, not professional. There's many that could be, but I'm just saying that is a trait within like narc type people. Narc traits is no respect for the law, no care for rules at all, even authority of any kind. And we see that with the both of them. And I do think she would just tear up that paper. I do. And
because the paper would say you can't go anywhere near Dee, which is fine. Chantal isn't. Chantal's going to stay in a room and rage. The problem Chantal would have if they said you can't actually talk about her and put it out online. That's what Chantal would struggle with.
Yeah.
She would either take loads and loads more gummies and get out of her mind, so she wouldn't be able to talk, or
what about
just go the other way and just talk about her all the time, because she wouldn't be allowed to talk about her, but she just couldn't stop herself. I think she would be in trouble then. But that's a hypothetical situation. I don't think that's
it kind of isn't in a way, because remember the no contact order. Even when you have no contact, you're not supposed to talk about the people. Now they can choose to split hairs on that or not. But even if it's like you can't physically see them, you're still not supposed to talk about them. And we saw, I mean, whether we believe it was true or not, that's the other thing to wonder. But remember, she supposedly had one with Nader and she would not stop then. So I do think what you're saying, she would do that with Dee as well. I also think Dee isn't going to call the authorities, because after what we've seen in SBL, she's still with him months later. If she would have split and done all that, it would have been then. If she would have broken anything, it would have been then, like just gotten rid of this whole thing in her life. If Dee, I mean, not Chantal, if Dee would have, it would have been more like back then in that timeline. The fact she's still doing all this, I don't think she's going to call the police. And I don't think, well, the other thing too is he knows what he's doing by getting them all hooked on drugs, because they are going to feel like they cannot go to the cops because they are now part of illegal activity. And he will hold that against them. He will hold that even if the police were like, you know what, you're turning him in, you're doing the right thing, we'll let you easy. It doesn't matter. He's going to convince the women while they're in all of this situation that, you know, you're going to get arrested if you tell them. You're going to, you know, they're going to see you're doing this and this, and that is another big reason. Dee Dee is a lot more in the thick of it when it comes to getting victims, when it comes to all of that. We know now that she's a part of the snowing situation as well. And this isn't a unique thing to this story. This is something that people like this do when they like to collect women, if you will. And they definitely will start having them do criminal activity as a means of, at first it's as a means of blackmail, but also I think they do like the companionship, you know, having someone to also do their dirty work for them. Yeah, and it adds more layers to it as well. It's harder for someone to get out when they're in layer after layer after layer. They don't even know how they got there after a while.
So if Chantel did get a cease and desist, whatever, put against her by Dee Dee, and she could get in serious trouble, could possibly see a story arc of Chantel being arrested for having a rager about Dee Dee in her own bedroom?
Wouldn't that be funny? I would like to see it. Oh my gosh. You know, we haven't seen actual police in a while. Remember during the CPAP rescue when we actually saw the popos?
Yeah, the popos in the kitchen.
Uh-huh. We got to see it a couple times. I don't want to say spoiled because it's not a good situation, but yeah, there was that timeline when we even saw him at Chantel's place. We saw him at it was like, whoa. And now we heard the police came again, talked to Dee Dee by herself, and supposedly recorded her. And they're trying to play that off like they're in control. Oh no, hon. When they start separating the woman or just anyone from what the abuser is, and they're trying to get them alone. For one, they already know it's an issue to try and get them alone, so they know there's something up with that. And he knew exactly how long she was gone down to the minute, because he was not having a good time in that apartment.
Well, the police have seen it all before, haven't they? They certainly got their number, and it's not a shocking case to the police. They're just going, oh, this flipping flower back.
Unfortunately, this is pretty common. And, you know, some people were like, do you think they just watch Chantel's channel now? And I'm like, I don't think so, because police see this day in and day out. When they go home, they want to unwind and watch something like relaxing. They wouldn't really want to watch this in their downtime. They get to see all manner of crazy every day. And it's anecdotal, but I've known people in law enforcement and all of that, and they really, you know, they usually like pretty tame content, actually, because they see a lot every day. You know, their job, they see a lot of crazy every day, especially officers that handle like domestics and things. A lot of people don't realize, like, there's so many different branches of police. So not every single one, you know, but the ones that deal with this kind of stuff, oh yeah, they see this all the time. Well, the online thing adds a weird layer to it, but they see these, you know, domestic and triangulations and all this stuff.
Yeah, they will. So do you think she's going to be coming live tonight? I think she's going to be up for it. It's going to be about 4 o'clock in the morning for me, I imagine.
Oh, Lord.
But she usually, because unless she has gone somewhere, but I doubt it. She never goes anywhere.
Yeah, most likely tonight. I will expect her to be around.
Yeah, she usually comes around about 11 o'clock, doesn't she? 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and she starts having her breakfast.
Oh my gosh, she's so crazy. It's wild. What mood do you think she'll be in when she comes on?
Smug.
I don't know.
Smug. It's usually a range. She'll start off smug and semi-glamorous, and she'll end up looking like she's given birth to Bigfoot and slurring her words. But I don't know. She gets smug then she gets maybe a few tears, then she'll start getting angry, and then she'll start shouting.
I want a car drive around. That's what I want. I want a car drive around, getting some drive through, raging about how late it is, even though she chose to wake up that late. And you know, I want to see her driving around, wigging out. You know, that's kind of what she probably won't. She'll probably be in her room. But
well, she's not had a nashes for a while, has she? She needs to get some more nashes in before they go out of season. Because they stopped selling them. I don't know. This is only what she's told me.
She hasn't had them.
I thought it was still nashi season right now.
Yeah, but won't it? It'll be going out. She's got to get them in while she can. That's what I'm trying to say.
She used to have them like last summer, didn't she have them like every day? This time,
yeah, she was really hoofing them, but she was having lots of exercise, and so she slimmed down quite a lot, didn't she?
You know what her chat tells her? You've lost so much weight. I'm like, oh, they're trolling her tonight because she believes everything. She's like, really? Like, no, girl.
Oh, last night she was going on. Sorry to go on about you, Dee Dee, but she pulled a blinder with you, and she got, I'm the most beautiful woman compared to Dee Dee. She got a picture out of Dee Dee, just a snapshot, a side shot of her with her short hair, and she looked. I've seen Dee Dee look better. And then she goes, as compared to this, and she pulled out her latest fat fish Tinder. You know, where she's got a tongue out and she's showing the fries tattoo, and she's got about 1 million filters on. And it's like, Chantel, you absolute ridiculous person. Fancy, look how gorgeous I am in comparison to this. And it was a genuine photograph of Dee Dee, and hers was cartoon-like, you know. I was like, oh, Chantel, you are delusional beyond belief.
Speaking of Dee Dee and them, did you see on Piggy's channel with they actually said Pete has been right about stuff? That was interesting.
Oh, Pete's has. Yeah, well.
Well, Dee Dee said you should listen to your roommate because he's over it too. He wants you to stop talking about us. It was just kind of, it's a short video, but I kind of laughed because I'm like, I mean.
Well, he was raging again on his live stream, I think, the other night. I think we heard him shouting. I can't remember what. It wasn't last night, maybe the night before. Because he doesn't live stream on Fridays. It was Thursday night. She was downstairs talking shite as usual, and you could hear him going off in his room. But I don't watch Pete, so I don't know who he was shouting at. It was probably something to do with Twitter.
I mean, even if he's shouting at someone else, you know where that aggression is coming from, right? Because although I'm sure he does get mad at this stuff, I do think a lot of like that pent up, like the rage part.
He's frustrated as fuck, isn't he?
Yes, he's been suppressing a lot of stuff, and I think it's adding, you know, I think it adds to, like, I bet.
Yeah. He's brewing more pressure than her new pressure cooker, because she cooked some beef stew in the pressure cooker last night, and oh my God, it was god awful.
Why is everyone eating soup in the summer? Are y'all crazy? Like, why is it everywhere I go this week I'm seeing... Well, if you're sick, that's different. But if it's hot out, why are you eating soup? I guess, is there any cold soup? I'm sure, whatever, pudding, cold soup, sure, fine. But I've been seeing all this, like, beef stew stuff on my timeline, and I'm like, why is everyone eating? I don't know, maybe I'm the weird one, but that's a winter food in my mind. Like,
she hated it anyway.
Oh,
well, the peas and the carrots were still frozen, and... It was like an old tramp's boot was the meat. It had been, and she was pulling her face while she was eating it. And later on, she said she was she wanted a snack and got Taco Bell. And
a snack.
If you're so hungry, Chantel, why didn't you eat that beef stew that you just made? There's loads of it left there. But no.
Yeah, it's good to cook stew in a crock pot because it'll tenderize everything. I don't even cook soup in a regular pot because, well, I mean, some people are just more talented. But for me, I feel like the only way I can do it right is do it in a low. Put it on a low and put it all in there. And then even the meat gets nice and tender and the veggies are cooked all the way through.
That's right, yeah.
I do love soup, but just it's the winter, you know. I do like making certain ones. But, yeah, I'll put it in the crock pot, get it going. Anyway. Anyway,
Yeah,
it had
sounds good.
vegetables in there, Ginger, so she couldn't want that.
They were like ball bearings, though. She was crunching.
Oh my gosh, I can't with her. You know
Right.
what? She's like a special kind of dumb, isn't she? It's you know what though? Sometimes you take a break and it's funny again because I'm finding. Don't get me wrong, I'll get frustrated in a few days, but I I haven't watched for a little bit, and just last night I caught, I was catching up, and I was actually laughing again. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't last very long, but hey, I'll enjoy it while I can.
Oh God, I'm days later, I'm still laughing at the bolero jacket. I still am. It's cracked me
Oh,
up
the
every
little
time I
jacket
think about
thing.
it.
The little jacket. Oh my! I thought it was gonna rip when I saw that.
Oh God, it took me out nearly. I was. Oh my God, my sides were killing me when I saw that jacket.
I love how she said, "I think I need to lose a little weight." I'm like, "Girl, you're gonna split that in half."
It was so funny.
She finds the worst fabrics too. It's like just any
Bolero jacket.
what she wears is like the worst thing you can wear for her body type. Everything she picks is like the worst. Like the worst thing you can pick. And the fabrics, she doesn't like breathable fabrics either. And then she wonders why she's sweating, profusely. I mean, well, that can be a thing anyways, but it's like she wears the craziest stuff in the summertime too. She'll be wearing like the weirdest stuff. I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
She's just clueless when it comes to fashion. She really is.
Well, I mean, at this point, girl, just put a muumuu on. You look cuter in a big muumuu. Just embrace it. Embrace your lot in life. Put a big muumuu on. Call it a day. At least it'll be breathable for your hoochie and your folds and everything else. Sorry,
that bolero jacket was that suede? Can anybody tell what fabric was it polyester? Okay,
I think
it was stretchy.
Stretch cotton or something, or stretch rayon mix something. It was the same material as the dress.
Really? But it was different shades though. Like the dress is more of like a charcoal, and the bolero is like a deeper black.
It looked a little thicker to me than just cotton, but it's probably a mix of something, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, it was just a strange, it was just a stretch. Oh my God. I just can't believe it.
And why would you wear that if your arms are big? That is only going to make them look bigger. Like these little jackets that cut off right where your fat is still there on your elbow. So for her, I mean, and so like that cut is really bad. Like if you're going to go longer sleeve, maybe do like a nice bell sleeve, wear like a baby doll shirt is good for apple shape, or baby doll dress, but actually in your size, because she has worn a couple baby doll tops that if she would have sized up, they could have looked right, but she always has to go too small.
Doe-Eyed Cookie has been doing some really good videos on, because Doe-Eyed Cookie knows about how to dress.
Oh, I'll check that out. I didn't know that.
Doe-Eyed Cookie, she's been taking some of the fashion hauls that Chantal's done. Where the pink ham dress came up and the ripped leggings and the Bowie t-shirt. They've just been suggesting alternatives and stuff and trying to save. So watch Doe-Eyed Cookies.
Oh, that's fun. I did not know that. And that's so unique. We don't have anything.
She does it really well as well. She's funny about that. Aren't you, Doe-Eyed Cookie? Those videos do make me laugh. And you were right about the alternatives that you pick for her, the pinks and the long length jackets and but Chantal's she would not take that advice to spite herself, to spite you, but she's she's the only one that's suffering because she wouldn't want to be told what to wear.
Yeah, she doesn't want any advice at all. I mean, really, if we're giving advice, it's more of just like to make it entertaining, because obviously there's so much to talk about, and it's really it's just giving people advice that might relate, that aren't as far gone, because let's face it, she's not going to do anything, but hopefully people that do relate to things can, well, I'm not saying anything I've said shit, but anyways, when people are up here and they're giving that good advice and all that, because sometimes y'all will really say stuff and it's like, but the thing is with her, it's always going to go in one ear and out the other. So you know, hopefully people in the community find it fruitful and
She
somebody
can't take the
cares
lesson,
to hear
can
it.
she?
No, I don't.
Take the lesson.
I don't think she's ever been able to, really. I don't. She
Even
never
if it would
learned
really benefit her, and nobody else, just her, she wouldn't if it was somebody else's suggestion, unless they
and,
were totally licking her ass.
and
Sorry.
she said her goal weight once, and it was just the most unrealistic thing ever. I think it was like 135, and it's like, Chantel, this is why you're never going to get anywhere, because like you need to have more realistic. She'll never stick to it, but it's like, if you're this big, you can't, like, most people that are successful with that, they have like goals, of course, but they go down and the goal kind of increases, you know. It's like, even if she got to like 200 and she maintained that, her whole life would be different. She would still be overweight, but she could still like navigate a regular life per se, right? I mean, a lot of people do at that weight. You could say,
not going to
okay,
happen though, is it, YTR? It's not going to happen. The only time you should lose a drastic amount of weight if she lost a leg or an arm.
Yeah, oh my word, and that could happen as well. She even said lately too, she's been saying, I don't care to lose weight. And the thing is, really, if you think about it, she probably doesn't at this point, because when have we heard her really talk about that besides raging at us? I don't think she really cares to at this point. She's pretty happy with this delusional, loving herself the way she is and starfishing forever.
She said recently, didn't she, Monty, that that she was stopping her glow up, because I think one of the VIBs asked how the diet was going on. Because, well, I have lost something, but I don't care, because even if I'm 600 pounds, I can still get better sex and get plenty of or whatever. That's all she's bothered about. It's not, it might hurt my liver or my heart. It's not. And even if I'm 955 pounds, I'm still hot and get better sex than you've ever had in your life. It's like, oh, right, okay.
It's the epitome of shallow, superficial, and empty, and it is on a level that I've seen it before, but never in somebody that like that. She does really act stunted in a way that really surprised me, but her quality of life is really, that's the thing. People get really triggered about the weight thing, but it's like, you got to think about what quality of life you want. And at this point, she doesn't have quality of life. She's let it get so far, like she can't
remember what it was like to be a normal sized person.
No, and that's what keeps me, like, I could be more fit. Like, I wouldn't call myself a fit person. I'm more like a normal, but what I care to have a good quality of life. I like to be active. I like to do things. I like to travel. I like to do this and that, move around, do whatever. Like, I just, I don't know. I care about those things as a priority to me. Yeah. And it's weird that she just, and I mean, I like resting at home. I can be a whole body too. Depends on the mood. So, like, I get it sometimes, but it's not like she works and has a long day and wants to chill at home afterwards, like a lot of people do, right? She just is there all the time. It's like, that would be so boring every day, just being in your bedroom or being in, like, she just sits there in her chair. Most of her life is sitting down right now.
That's the sort of thing you do. Like, I've had a pretty wild life, but as I've gotten older, I've had that life. I've done it. I loved it. But now my life is nice and calm, and it's good to be like that. She's having the sort of calm, boring life. I still do more than she does, but
yeah.
But she hasn't even had all the wildness, because when I was her age, I was still being pretty wild, you know? She's only 38, for God's sake. That's young. You are a young woman, Chantal.
Well, it's weird because she's gotten wild, but in all the wrong ways. And it's really weird because it's like two extremes. It's like she's either literally doing nothing, or she's like, let's bees on, substances. Like, it's, there's no balance to it. And whenever she's being wild, it's not like she's going and interacting in any sense. It's not like she's like, oh, I'm going to go to the bar and like actually talk to people or whatever. It's all just, And this is another reason why she's stuck with these seedy apps, meeting seedy, weird guys. Like, it's better if you want to have a night out to go somewhere that's public than going in these weird parking lots with the grass grown over and meeting people in your car and like.
It's awful, isn't it? When I think about another female doing it or a man doing it,
it's scary, right?
I'm thinking, oh, if anybody in my life was doing that, I'd be like, oh no, please don't. Oh no. It's not a good way to live. It really, you want excitement. You're bored. You're looking for it in the wrong place.
Yeah,
you really are.
But
and
that's
we
the weirdest
genuinely
part.
mean that. I'm not trolling you by saying that. I actually genuinely mean that, Chantal. And your life could be a hell of a lot better, but you're looking for it in the wrong place.
Oh, for sure. And it's just like, it is really, that's the thing. She wants to be like this free spirit and all this, but she can't let go of the restrictions that she's placed upon, because really when we saw her walking around in that restaurant, right, when she's raging about nothing's open, then she's in Montreal, right, and she's talking about how she hates Montreal, although she can't stop going there. We know why, but anyways, she's raging about it, and then she finally goes in a restaurant, and she was talking loud enough for the people around her to hear, and she was just talking crap about everybody. The worst attitude ever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
it's overcompensation. She was overcompensating for her nervousness.
Totally. I was gonna say, she was nervous. She did not want to be around anybody. It's like,
that was really weird.
And it's like, Chantal, there are people that don't like crowds, okay? But if you find, you could go to a more like chill side of town. Like back when I used to, I don't really drink anymore, but back when I used to go to bars, I didn't like to go to the certain ones, they were too busy, but I found ones that were like just that right amount of medium. And not that I'm saying everyone should go to the bar. I'm just saying, like, she doesn't have spots to go, basically, because, like, sometimes I'm a homebody, sometimes I'm not. But I like to have my spots and I'm, like, comfortable going to. And she doesn't let herself get familiar with new things enough to get to that place. Because I think a lot of people can relate to being a little nervous of something new or something you've never done before or haven't tried before. Everyone's got that. It's a human emotion. She likes to say she's having an anxiety attack. Really, she's just nervous, but whatever. But everybody goes through that. But it's like most people will push through and just turn it around into something that's like a positive thing, or if you don't like something, whatever, try something else. But she just doesn't have the strength to do that. She
labels it with, I've got anxiety disorder. No, Chantal, you haven't got anxiety disorder.
She was yelling at people in
anxious.
there. Like,
there's a difference between being anxious and having anxiety disorder. It really is.
And I don't know anyone with anxiety disorder that talks shit in front of people to, like, right around them where they can hear them. Like, I don't know anybody, and I've met a lot of people with anxiety issues, and even ones that aren't even at the level of what she claims she has would never be okay to do that. Like, most people wouldn't be okay to do that, just baseline. So that is BS right there. And she uses mental health like that. It makes me sick. I don't like it. I know she does have mental health issues, because she wouldn't be the life she is if she didn't. But I also know she milks certain ones, and she milks it for gain to get, the empathy points and to get herself out of sticky situations. Because a lot of people, when they're calling her out on stuff, you'll find out, we've seen it before. We've talked about it on panel, I remember. But yeah, to get out of controversy, she'll pull, oh, my anxiety, ooh, go off about it. I'm just like, okay, you obviously, like, if you're really having a panic attack, you won't be able to talk or breathe. Like, you'd be sounding like you just walked up and down your stairs. Okay, you would be like ready to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Look, guys, I'm gonna have to go. My voice is dying. It really is.
No problem. Thank you for being on panel, Natrunjin. Appreciate you, as well as Farida.
I'll Yeah, Farida disappeared. She fell off. I don't know where she went.
Yeah. People get busy and they gotta go, so I don't mind. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up as well, since
Okay,
we've
then.
been on here nearly 2 hours. So thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you, everybody. I'm just going. Oh, bye. My voice is dead.
Bye,
All right,
Ginger.
take care, Natural Ginger. Feel
Bye.
better.
Good to see you.
Yes. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of their weekend. I'll be back later for some more content, and smash that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. It helps me out with the algorithm. Thank you, YTR, for coming on. I appreciate that as well. And I will see people later. Have a good one. Take care.